Hi, this is Kelly Garrett from Xtreme Ag. We're here today in one of my fields just west of my shop with the Fendt Rogator. This is actually the machine that was down at Chad's this summer as a sprayer, but through some exciting technology that Fendt has, it only takes a couple hours, and they've got the dry box switched onto this for us, for Mike Evans and I to do some trial work that we wanted to do with some new calcium products, some boron, different things we're putting out. I'm going to let Dave tell you a little bit about the machine.
Yeah, thanks so much, Kelly. So, like you said, this is the machine we had down in Alabama. What we did is we took the machine, we bring it in, and in a couple hours we can combo this or swap the systems. So we go from a liquid system, we now have what we call our Air Max Precision on this machine. We also can put float tires on it, and then you have a dual system, right? You have that control. We want to give the control back to the farmer or the customer. So with this system, like I said, we can go from anywhere from maybe 20 pounds to the acre up to 850 or more. Right, so that gives you guys a whole range of flexibility there. And the fact that we can take this machine, it can run in the spring, can run in the summer, can be raised up, right? We don't have it raised up now, but we can raise it up in the summer and then come in the fall, do this dry application with you guys. And with one machine, you have all that control in the system.
And I always talk about calcium and potash and potassium. And in these hills, we want to do some precision work, you know, trials and stuff. And spinners don't really kind of give us that kind of precision we're looking for anyways, especially in these hills. So when you came to us with this machine, I was pretty excited because we're working on some new calcium products. One of them was a dry, and I wanted to do some replicated trials, you know, some high rates, some zero rates in a certain like 10-acre block. We're using the calcium in one of the bins. It's a 2-bin machine. We got potash in there, and then we got a little bit of boron in the micro bin, and we're replicating some trials. We're putting these two products together separate, and we're working on our cation balance of the soil. So we're trying to figure out a few things, and I wanted to be able to put on high rates. I think we're at 600 pounds on the calcium, 200 on the potassium, then it goes to 0. So we're doing that in a 300-foot change. So as we go through, we wanted to make sure we're hitting it right, and not, and this machine, it obviously is performing like we wanted it to. So that's why we're excited. Today it's a little windy.
Might shut you down if you didn't have something.
Yeah, and it's putting it right down to the ground. So that's when we do trial work, we want to try to be as precise as we can in farming, obviously. So on the other things, you know, obviously if you look behind us, we're on a creek bed. Kelly's got quite a few of those on his farms, a lot of curves and stuff, contours. So turning and backing into stuff. You know, fertilizer prices keep climbing up as we go along. You know, potash is up there, so we don't want to be throwing it in a creek when we're by alongside of it. This machine allows us to do that, where our spinner's a little less control, obviously. So ran it up along a creek today, and it was really nice. So backing in and out of corners and stuff, just like running a sprayer, really.
Yeah. So once we put the map into the Viper, the control piece of it was really what makes this machine fairly unique as well. The final drives for the main bins give us great control. So that's where we can go down to 20-pound rate all the way up to an 800-pound rate if we need to. The main part of that is that the rate sensor is now incorporated into the drive motor itself. And so it goes from what we used to use as a 360 pulse rate sensor. Now it's an 880. So that's where that resolution really comes in and allows us to control at low speeds, low rates, as well as being able to climb up to high rates without having to make any changes onto the machine.
Yeah, I just noticed that as I slowed down into the few ditches Kelly's got, you know, it didn't take long for it to lock back on to rate. And when you speed up, same scenario.
Yep. And another part that works with it, especially on this ground where you're in and out of these corners around this creek bed and everything, is that it is compensated for the application as well. So as the machine is turning, it will slow down the inside chain and speed up the outside chain to better balance the product being put out and make sure that we're staying as close to on target as they can. The dry box itself too can be used in later seasons if you're doing some split applications of your nitrogen. We have drop tubes that go on the booms that allow you to lay that in there. We have people looking at doing cover crops with it as well in season. So just kind of opens up a lot of different doors.
I'm excited to see the results. We haven't done a lot of dry fertility here because I just really don't like the technology that was there with spinners to put it on. But I was excited to see this. Mike was excited to see it. Again, to see what the trial results turn out. You know, with the better placement of fertility we have here, I'm really a lot more open to the idea of dry fertilizer, and I appreciate you guys coming out.
Absolutely. Okay. Thanks for having us.